Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Staci Warden, CEO of the Algorand Foundation, which is dedicated to education, advocacy, philanthropy, and governance related to Algorand, the carbon negative blockchain that was invented by MIT professor and Turing Award winner Silvio Micali. It's great to have you with us, Staci. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
You got it. And you made the switch from traditional finance, or what we call Tradify, to blockchain. Tell us about your background and how your credentials helped you make this switch.
Yeah, I was very happy, I would say, in traditional finance. I had a couple of years at the Nasdaq. I ran the two microcap markets for the Nasdaq. I ran the JP Morgan's public sector practice out of London for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. I had stints at the US Treasury Department. I worked for Mike Milken. I was like very embedded in traditional finance, I would say. But I was always very focused on financial inclusion. And I think traditional capital markets kind of have let us down a little bit in terms of how they can deliver financial inclusion to the 1.7 billion people that don't have it. And so when I first came upon Bitcoin, I thought, this is something possibly that could be a good solution there. That's what sparked my interest. Now, of course, Bitcoin isn't quite fit for purpose, and it was a little bit early, but from that, I took the idea that, blockchain and crypto can really be side by side with traditional finance and answer to some of these big questions.
What are the real world use cases for Algorand?
Yeah, so Algorand, famously is the adult cryptocurrency blockchain, right? So we are very focused on real world applications. And so, the fact that we can get to, by the end of the year, we'll be doing 10,000 transactions per second. We do final settlement in 4.5 seconds right now. And we have a very low carbon footprint, means that we can scale, and we can scale in a secure way, and we can scale in a decentralized way without using miners and without using any, a lot of carbon energy. And so we're really focused on these real world applications, like, for example, delivering disaster relief payments, delivering mobile payments in Africa, measuring the climate that comes out of the atmosphere. These are the kinds of things that your users should associate us with, I would say. And of course, nobody cares about these sorts of things in the way they care about FIFA, right? So we are a partner with FIFA, and we are doing all kinds of things with them, wallets, potentially secondary market trading, all kinds of interesting applications for that, which we're going to announce more details on in about a month, I would say, or a couple of weeks, I would say.
Exciting. We'll have to get you back for that. How is this different from other blockchains?
How is Algorand different? Algorand, I think, is the blockchain that you don't have to compromise with. So you can get scale on a blockchain, and you can have good security, or you can have decentralization. But typically, as articulated by Vitalik Buterin, you have to give up one of the other two. And so Silvio Micali came along and said, I think I can build one that can deliver all three. So what Algorand gets you is with a very light carbon footprint, sub-penny transaction fees, so no gas fees, a very decentralized, a very secure, and a blockchain that can handle a lot of footprint, with a lot of throughput with very little footprint.
And it's been a volatile year for crypto. What is your outlook for the industry? Because crypto is just a fragment of what the blockchain use case is. It's not just about the values of the coins moving up and down. What should investors and the media be mindful of?
Yeah, what I would tell your listeners to really focus on are the real world use cases. And this is what we are laser focused on ourselves. And so the way to think about it, for me, it all starts with payments and it builds from payments. So payments leads to savings, which leads to access to a good credit score, to access to credit, to access to different kinds of insurance programs. So as you walk your way up the financial services ladder, I would say, blockchains like Algorand that can handle the scale are going to be with you, every step of that journey.
All right, Staci, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you so much for having me.